Importing data from Excel into Acumatica is quick and easy. Acumatica provides tools to connect external systems and to migrate data from legacy systems. Once the connections are made and the imports are set up, the imports can be run once or ongoing to bring data into the system. There are a few ways to get records from Excel into Acumatica. Let's take a look. You can import records right into a transaction on a form. For example, on this sales order transaction, I can import line items into my sales order using the Load Records from File button. Simply select the default mapping options and the records come right in. A quick tip: if you aren't sure what fields the upload needs, you can use the Excel button to export line items from Acumatica into Excel and then use that for the template for the import. Wherever you see this Load Records From button within Acumatica, you can use it to upload from Excel. You may need to perform a one-time data import of several records or import records periodically. You will use import scenarios in those situations. For example, if you have weekly sales orders you need to import, you can create the import scenario and run it each week or schedule it. To create a sales order import, you first define the data provider, where the information is coming from, such as Excel. Upload the Excel spreadsheet, and when you fill in the schedule fields, you'll see all of the source fields from Excel in this window. Once the data source is saved, you can use it in your import scenario. Next, create the import scenario for the specific provider that you just created. I'm going to open up an existing one for importing sales orders. In this window, you map the fields from Excel to Acumatica and define the actions and the restrictions. Here's a tip. Oftentimes, it's helpful to have the actual window you're importing into open for a reference so that you can see them side by side. Lastly, run the import using the Import by Scenario. From this window, you can prepare the data so that you can visually see the information that's going to be imported. You can select certain records for importing to make sure the import works correctly before importing all records, and you can review if they were successfully processed. You can also see errors or issues that may need to be resolved. This window also shows you the history of the imports and has a lot of great functionality. It's also helpful to open the window that you're importing into and take a look at the transaction you just imported just to make sure the data is being brought into the correct fields. If not, you could always delete the record, make some changes to your import, and then try the import again. So there you have it. You've just learned a few ways to import data into Acumatica from an Excel spreadsheet.